All right, everyone should be able to hear us now.
Hello.
Hello, all. We're going to be doing things a bit differently. Last time we finished the Sonic Unleashed playthrough, so now we're going to be moving on to Sonic Generations purely just for like speculative, like comparisons. Maybe like how much the boost formula has innovated or also regressed between titles. Not really counting colors because though it is a boost formula game, it has an entirely different design philosophy from Unleashed, so it doesn't exactly count in my opinion. So Sonic Generations is a game that came out in 2011 for the PS3 and Xbox 360, and I think eventually came to PC as well, like I don't know, like a year later or something like that. And then just recently, I think like last year, they had announced the Sonic X Shadow Generations, basically a next gen port of Sonic Generations, along with a an add-on DLC story featuring Shadow called Shadow Generations, which is, as we all know, is a very good game. But
I
with
actually don't know.
oh yeah,
But I assume it is.
it is very good. I would recommend that you give it a try at some point, even though like the game is unfortunately still $50, which
Yeah, someday.
yeah, someday. But with the add-on also came some little minute changes to the Sonic Generations side of the game. So for the most part, the game is basically the same. All levels are the same. There are a couple of DLC skins that you can put on Sonic and Classic Sonic, and they also redid the script and some of the cutscenes from the base game. So there's all new voice lines. The cutscenes are voiced differently. There's some different rendered parts of certain cutscenes. Uh, but for the most part, it is basically the same game. And so I thought, well, instead of just playing through the entirety of Sonic Generations on stream, how about we just watch a condensed uh, video of me playing it? So this is just a little video that I edited together that just features mainly the main story and the cutscenes that ensue, and everything else is just cut out for the sake of saving time. Because while it did not take that long to stream or like record the entire game, um, I did not really feel like doing it all on stream and just showing off the important parts. And I thought it would be an interesting time to like basically like for this time to not only serve as a retrospective on generations from Unleashed the Generations itself, but also just the entire series in general. So with that in mind, let's get started. Let me just get the stream on, and we need to also I need to also stream it to you. It should be just like a black screen right now.
It is currently a black screen.
All right, let us see if can you hear it?
Yes.
Cool. So this is the intro like cinematic. It doesn't play when you open the game. You have to wait in the main menu for it to play.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, but this is based. This is like the announcement trailer that they used for the game when it first came out, and also what they reused for the Sonic X Shadow Generations port, where in that shot they
Amazing.
just had Shadow like jumping into frame.
Shadow is also here.
Yeah, it was a really cool reveal, admittedly.
Yeah. I will absolutely give them that.
Yeah, and here we have the main menu, which is just a big callback to the first game's title screen, even though it's all white.
It's also got like it looks a lot like the Japanese manuals, I think, like the graphic design.
Yeah. If there's one thing that I think they could have done that I was kind of sad they didn't do was, like, when you beat the game, the background could have been full of color, because that's kind of the running theme of completing levels in the game.
Oh yeah.
But they unfortunately don't do that. Yeah. This isn't exactly a perfect playthrough of each level. This is sort of like an average replay through without too much skill in it. This is like this will be like a first attempt for every level, more or less.
Damn, this isn't a segmented run.
Nah.
You didn't go for world record.
To be fair, I don't even know what the world record for this game is without glitches. And unfortunately, everyone hacked the leaderboards on this game, so there's basically no point to the online ranking system. But yeah, this is kind of like a reinterpretation of Green Hill from the first game.
Was this the first? Like this was novel at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, so for those down to know, like people who are sick and tired of Green Hill, Green Hill was not as overused when this game came out. The last time that Green Hill was ever referenced was in Sonic Adventure 2, as like an add-on level when you got all of the emblems in that game. But after this game
Wow.
was when the downfall happened. 'Cause we got Green Hill Zone in Sonic Lost World, and then Sonic Forces, and then Sonic Mania, and then like in Sonic 4, Episode 1.
He'll be here.
Came out before
Any
this game,
second.
but you know, it could
Hey
admittedly
guys,
still be
what's
counted.
going on? You having a party or something?
I want you to take a guess at the world record
You
time.
guys.
For the whole game or just that level?
For the whole game, any percent.
Well, let's see. It took me approximately 2 hours to
You
beat
totally
it, so
got
I'm
me this
guessing.
time. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, this is one of the changes. In the original game, Sonic was holding back Amy with his hand, but in this one, she's just standing there with a cup of cupcakes, a plate of cupcakes.
I love it.
One of those changes that I think fans went up were about for some reason. But I'm guessing the world record is like at least under an hour or a half hour.
What is that?
It is 51 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like I turned on the video a little bit on the stream.
Hey, those are my friends.
Oh yeah, so fun
Why
fact
does
when this
Vexor get his own shot?
yeah.
Oh.
So fun fact, when this game came out, I had not played Sonic Colors, so this was in fact the first time I got exposed to the new voice actors.
Oh.
It was a
I'll
weird
play better.
experience after like playing so much of like fucking Sonic Adventure, and also sadly Sonic 06, Sonic Riders, to hear like this new voice coming out of Sonic. It kind of threw me off after a while.
Six has some good stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, something I will say is that as much as like Roger Craig-Smith does a pretty good job as Sonic for the most part, I really think his best voice work is when he doesn't sound like Sonic, if I'm being honest.
like in Frontiers.
Yeah, where he's like, I don't know if it's exactly his voice, but he's doing less of the Sonic cadence that like you would hear from like Jason Griffith. It's like, oh, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm talking like a cool guy. Ooh.
I really like it, honestly. It feels way more because the way that Sonic because of the way that Sonic has been played for years. He's like always doing a really hard to hold voice.
Yeah.
And like it's really hard to express at all while you're doing that.
Yeah.
The problem the Japanese actor probably doesn't have to face at all because he just sounds like a normal fucking guy.
Yeah. Which by the way, I believe that Japanese voice actor has been Sonic for I think ever since like I don't know if it's Sonic Adventure, but he's been the voice actor for Sonic for the longest time.
Yeah, no, that does check out. It is like it is unusual in Japan for a voice actor to be replaced. Period.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, that's why they did the whole Silent Phil in KH3 thing.
Oh yeah, because the Japanese voice actor died, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which does cause like a confusing discrepancy for players who don't know that, and also the fact that in the manga Phil does like at least get some lines, but like, you know, that's because it's a manga, they don't need to voice it.
Like, I understand why they did it, but like I cannot.
Thanks, Sonic. That was awful.
I cannot get
I couldn't
over
tell where I
how
was or what had happened.
fucking bizarre it
Felt
feels
like I was trapped in a nightmare.
for
Well, you're safe
him
now,
to
and that's
like
what's
like
important.
for a
Is it just
famously
me, or does Green have a little
loudmouthed character
This isn't South Island.
to show up
Color and life's been drained.
and smile at the
It's
camera
really strange.
and then leave.
No stranger
and
than
never
finding
appear
secret
again.
genies or saving
Yeah.
aliens in an interstellar amusement
It,
park.
like, what
Now
the
we should focus on
fuck?
finding our friend.
The vibes are so
Let's start over
strange.
there. That skyline looks familiar, but I can't be sure.
Well, that's as good a lead as any, Tails. Back in a flash.
Wow, that was crazy, Sonic. You weren't kidding. It's like you never left.
I don't know if this is as stupid as everyone mistaking Shadow for Sonic. Like, admittedly, at least he looks like Sonic, but he also looks way different. Like, come on, Tails. Yeah, just showing off the skill shop real quick. Because when you buy this game, it kind of just gives you like a bunch of points at the beginning of the game, so you can just get a bunch of skills to make the beginning levels even easier. like the fucking sure-footed skill, which makes it so that you don't have to fucking wait like 5 seconds for an animation to finish when you get hit. You can just immediately move afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So it's a weird quirk in these 3D Sonic games that I have no idea why they do that. That shit doesn't happen when you play like the 2D Sonic games. It's like Sonic gets hit, he gets knocked down, and you have to wait like for like a 3-second animation of him getting up before he can move again. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it like really kills the momentum.
It really does, yeah. So yeah, you'll see me like sometimes start a level as Sonic or as Classic Sonic, and that's because depending on who you finish the second act as, that specific Sonic gets to interact with the character who gets freed. So like you get like two, so you can get like 2 possible interactions whenever you fully beat a level.
I see.
Yeah. So here we got fucking chemical plants, the infamous level that in the original game every single player drowned in.
I do not like how Classic Sonic feels in this game.
He's definitely really like his own thing in this game compared to the classic games.
Yeah, he does not feel at all like Classic Sonic. Classic Sonic is floaty in like a very satisfying way.
Yeah.
Like it feels good to like air control your way around.
If there is one thing I will say is that for the most parts, unlike Sonic Forces, this Sonic at least feels deliberately designed for its level design. Like,
Yeah,
you don't,
whereas-
you unfortunately don't have momentum like the original games, but you can just you basically have like you can just like create your own momentum because you have an instant spin dash, like a fucking Sonic Adventure 1, which has really ridiculous speed to it, even when you don't rev up for long enough. Okay, so there's alternate pathways. I don't know what you're supposed to do here. You're supposed to boost that red ring, I think, but it's super easy to miss, as you can see here.
Damn.
I have no idea how they expect players to do that jump, so I just go a different way this time. I missed the alternate path that took me to a red ring. I'm not gonna be able to get full red rings in these runs sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, you weren't aiming for that though, right?
I was, which is actually a good
Oh.
segue for me to talk about the drift. So, ever since Sonic Unleashed Recompiled came out, there's been a lot of contention about whether or not the drift in Sonic Unleashed sucks. Because, do you know how the drift works in Sonic Unleashed?
Really?
So like the drift is very, very loose in Sonic Unleashed. It has a really wide turning radius, which basically necessitates that you shouldn't
yeah.
boost while you're drifting, because you'll often veer off of the platform that you're trying to drift on. And a lot of the we'll just call them Sonic Unleashed glaciers, will say is that it's a very deliberate design choice because it's meant to make you like really think about the level design and like actually compensate for Sonic's speed so he doesn't go flying off. Like, you know, you're supposed to you're supposed to not boost so you can actually get full control of it. And like, and people will often say, oh, it's because Sonic's drift is more like a car, you need to treat it like so. To which I say bullshit. Because I played enough like racing games and games where you drive cars to say that like drifting is a lot more controllable than what's offered in Sonic Unleashed. Like Sonic Unleashed has a very defined turning radius, and how it works in Generations is that the drift is a lot more controllable. Like the skill of drifting in Sonic Generations isn't so much like timing, it's more about control. So like,
Yeah.
like you can drift the correct direction, but you need to know the exact like precise amount of turning in order to not undershoot or even overshoot your turning,
This is
which
definitely a
could be a
chemical
detriment to
plant. We're not remotely on West Side Island.
the overall run,
Did that
which is something I
monster
prefer
do
more
this?
than just like, oh, you drifted
We'll
too late
figure
in
it out
Sonic
later.
Unleashed, now you're
Our
dead.
friends come first.
It's kind of frustrating. Like, I think the boost formula is a little bit flawed. I have to admit it. Like, I think that pressing a button that makes you invincible
Saved me,
and
Sonic. I'll be sure to return
shoots
the
you to
favor
fucking
next time
maximum
around.
speed. It's like,
Not
what?
really worrying about that right
What the
now,
fuck
Amy.
is the point?
Wonderful.
I think
There's
in this game it is done very well, at least, and like in a lot of Unleashed. I just think that like there's not a ton you can do with it.
yeah. Also, real quick, fucking Nora, also known as Amelia now, is asking to join the stream. Would you be okay with that?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Let's do a just be right back and we'll set that up real quick.
Until I get to Surge in IDW.
Yes.
I need to see her.
Yes.
So real quick, Amelia, did you want to possibly change your Discord React image on the stream overlay, or do you want it to be the usual thing you have?
Usual thing I have. It's my icon everywhere else except for Discord. So like, yeah.
That's fair. All
Just
right.
Harley, really quickly, pronouns. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, she it.
Be it. Okay, thank you.
Luckily, no, you haven't missed much. We've only watched because this is not a playthrough. This is a live commentary of stuff I already recorded.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So it's we've only done the first couple levels of Sonic Generations. So luckily you have the rest to watch along with.
Nice.
Yeah.
Badass.
Are you able to like see the stream I'm putting on Discord?
Oh, I haven't clicked on that. I was just watching the Twitch version. I'll watch the Discord one.
Okay, yeah. Get more of a live reaction. So Harley, what were we talking about again?
1 row seats. I was shitting on the boost formula.
Oh yeah. Right. What was your point again?
It's just like it's cool, but it's also very limited. Like there isn't a ton that you can really mix it up with. Like whereas like in Sonic Heroes, you could mix it the fuck up. They could do so much stuff with that framework, even though the game is not like always amazing. Like it's still always interesting, at least.
Be fucking up back there. Yeah, I can definitely see your point. Like, I think like the best thing about the boost former is that they kind of, at least like in the games where they're done well, they kind of benefit the most from the games that are short. Because I feel like you can only do so much with the boost former before it gets overdrawn. Which is where, like, in my opinion, like Sonic Generations is a lot more tangible to play than Sonic Unleashed. Even though like a good 60% of that game isn't even boost former Sonic, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
The Werehog's strongest soldier has shown up a portion. I genuinely think the Werehog segments are like actually really fun. Once you know you can skip half of the puzzles by doing aerial combos. But
Yeah. But like that's kind of a moot
That
point
would
because you
help.
won't know that the first time you play.
true. No, once I started playing Recompiled, I fucking fell in love with the Werehog. And then I think half the day stages in that game are like, they're just more annoying than anything.
Yeah,
At
because
least
like
that I think.
Because like fucking like it wasn't even it technically wasn't the first game to experiment with it. That would be Sonic Rush, but Sonic Unleashed was the first time they experimented with the boost former in 3D. So there's a lot of like growing pains that they had to do with that game, and you can really
All
see
of
the
fucking
contrast.
medals.
You can really see the contrasting quality between that game and this game, at least in terms of level construction.
All of the medals that require you to stop playing the level and go backwards. Go to hell.
Yeah.
Stop that. What the fuck?
I will admit they do make a lot of sense in the Werehog levels, because at least you're already exploring anyways. So
You're slow. You're slow mode.
yeah.
Which is why I do think there was like infinitely less of them in the daytime stages compared to the Werehog stages.
Yeah, it's the medals in the day stages work the best when they just require you to go like a certain path. Like if they're along the path that you're going already, then that's kind of fine. Like they kind of like function like a prototype version of the Red Rings in later games. But like
If it's a dexterity challenge, it's like fine.
yeah. Oh hey, thank you for the follow, fucking Mars Goetia. Welcome to the
Oh,
stream.
hi Mars.
Hi, Mars.
I'm assuming that's our Mars. Isn't that our Mars?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember they were in the street. I think they were on the Hotline Miami stream, I think. Last time.
Like in chat?
Yeah, chat.
I mean, they were watching last time.
Oh, that's right. They were watching RMB stream. I forgot. Hopefully,
Yes, I was so sad I missed that. I had to work.
that's all good. Hopefully, I fixed the issue where for some reason their chat wasn't showing up in the overlay for some reason. It was a weird glitch because Kells was showing up.
Haunted.
Oop. Unfortunately, no. Damn.
What the fuck?
I don't know why. Infinitely less like the Phantom Ruby guy. Oh man. It would be some shit if they ever brought back Infinite in like another game.
I'm gonna be real, Shadow Generations kind of made me want him to brought back because they brought back Mephiles and it was the coolest fucking shit. Maybe a Silver Generations could bring Infinite back if that ever happens. And I think that could go hard as fuck.
I would be all for that. I just kind of wonder like what stages they would even give him, to be honest.
That jungle level where Silver kicks his ass before Infinite kicks his ass and Silver has to like get saved by Sonic.
Oh god.
Silver Redemption where Silver could actually win that fight like he should.
I think it'd be really interesting because I wonder like what his moveset would be exactly, because it was at least like
Yeah, would they just
conce-
fucking...
Cause like at least like Shadow like Generations make sense from a gameplay standpoint because he literally is just Sonic. That's how he's always been like programmed in the games he's in. He's just Sonic with more moves. Meanwhile, Silver is like, I don't know if he's supposed to canonically be fast, but like he has a way different vibe from Sonic and Shadow.
He is like faster than a person running.
I mean, I guess like he can fly fast, I guess.
I hate the 3
Yeah, but,
red
like,
star
not very
raids in this.
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry. I hate the 3 red star raids in Sky Sanctuary at the
Oh,
end. I just
no.
saw them. And
Yeah, that's the worst like
Yeah, that's
red
fucking
ring distribution
stupid.
in this whole game because it requires you to play Sky Sanctuary 3 times at
that's
minimum.
some fucking Sonic Forces shit.
Yeah, fucking sucks.
Thanks, Sonic.
there was one of Saint of Red Star Rings and Sonic Forces where fucking there's one in the bottom path, but if you take the bottom path, you literally have to jump to get the one on the top path as well. And they're like literally right next to each other, and it's
God.
I hate forces. I hate forces. I do.
It's
Infinite
just
baby girl.
It's just so inconsiderately created. Like it's a game that fucking hates you.
Oh, just a
I
quick
just
side
gotta
note.
say-
That cutscene with classic Sonic and Knuckles. In the original game, like Knuckles just called him fat, and like Sonic like looks down at his stomach, like looks down at his stomach unconsciously. And in this game, Knuckles just goes, "Where's my island?" And Sonic just makes the same motion. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but like it's funny, so I don't care.
This is classic Sonic with a suspiciously Angel Island shaped stomach.
Metal
Oh,
Sonic looks
God.
so baby in this game.
I know, right? Oh, wait until you
Like,
see
he's
Baby
so
Tails.
baby. Yeah, no, he's especially baby, but like Metal Sonic is so baby. In
I-
this game, he's just a little guy.
I am so sad there's no classic Knuckles because I want to see Baby Knuckles.
Same.
That would have been really funny.
I love Generations, but this game will always feel kind of half-assed to me
I think
in some ways.
It's just because it gets like superseded by later games, to be honest.
True.
Like for the long, it also doesn't help that for the longest time Sonic Generations was like the peak of the boost formula, because the later attempts were so pathetic.
True.
And it wasn't until like Sonic Frontiers where like we got like an actual decent like follow up to the boost formula.
Game just needs to learn how to edge.
But yeah.
They keep releasing their games too early.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sega.
I mean, hey, Frontiers took a while, and like it turned out all right.
Yeah. I still haven't gone past Ares Island and Frontiers. I really should.
Is that the
Yeah, I
second
only
island?
got the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Cause yeah, same. I also stopped at Island 2 because I got annoyed at how badly it was running.
Oh yeah, because you
For
were
me,
like...
I just...
Sorry, go ahead.
For me, it was just a thing of just like, wow, this is sure another island of the exact same gameplay loop, but it sure is a desert.
True. Also,
Yeah.
quick fun fact about this cutscene: if you enter this scene as Classic Sonic, you actually see this cutscene from Classic Sonic's angle.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Just like Adventure.
yeah. Also, I want to say this room is inexplicably placed. We never see it again, and it never shows up like this again later on.
Wait a second.
And the same with this door too.
They're in Castle Oblivion.
Yeah, that's.
I can't
that's-
wait for after this cutscene where Modern Sonic teaches Classic Sonic the homing attack.
I think the homing attack is an unlockable ability in this game for Classic Sonic.
It is. You just have to get all of the red star rings.
Yeah, which
Fucking hell.
it's really funny.
Which at that
Why
point
would
is just
you-
like, why even fucking bother?
I guess you can get even better
Yeah,
scores
like-
in Classic Sonic stages. But isn't it like a 100 point ability or something?
At that point, just get the electric shield. The
Yeah.
electric shield makes Classic Sonic levels so fucking fun.
Yeah.
Does it give you the double jump?
Yes.
Are you fucking...
It alleviates like all of my issues with how Classic Sonic controls. Oh, I think the game broke. Maybe.
No, he's supposed to do this jump and then he slams you outside. I forgot you're supposed to press the button first to make the ball appear. There we go.
I don't think any Sonic game will have a boss fight worse than the Zavik boss fight in Forces. I hate that one so much.
That boss
Doesn't
fight is
that
really
fight
funny.
just run around in circles?
So the reason I hate it was because I got confused because it's a shockwave attack, and I thought I was supposed to jump when he did the shockwave, but no, you're supposed to let the shockwave hit you so that you can get high enough in the air to homing attack him. And I straight up didn't understand what the fuck was happening because it's like,
I really like the stock punching sound effects that Sonic does on Zavik. It's really funny.
it's just so you know,
What an
Harley.
upsetting game.
Yeah.
Extremely so.
I like that they added Eggman into this cutscene for new generations.
Oh yeah, in older generations, it just was like a black blob and just like a voice. In this one, they actually show the model.
What?
Yeah.
I love this game. I love this game. This is a childhood Sonic game for me. Maybe one of my least favorite Sonic stories. It's so just nothing.
Oh yeah, I know. Especially compared to fucking Unleashed.
Yeah. Or even Colors. Colors has more of a plot going on than this.
I mean, kinda.
Couldn't have
Like
done it
Sonic
better
Colors and
myself.
Generations do the kind of do the same thing,
This
where the
confirms
story
it.
is more or less
Sure does.
in small
Older
chunks
versions of
between
us.
levels, and like That's
Places
it.
and enemies from our past.
Gosh, we really had 3 mainline games in a row where the only major characters were fucking Sonic and Tails and Eggman and whoever the fuck, and like
It's like that
the
big
Deadly
fish that kidnapped
Six.
Eggman.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever dipshit they made.
It looks like it dragged your friends here. I mean,
Yeah,
our
I said this to Harley in the last stream. Ever since Sonic 06, there has been a really hard attempt to just eject all of the extra characters from Sonic to only have Sonic and Tails and maybe one other character. In Unleash's case, it was Sonic, Tails, and also Amy. Kind of.
friends. Go.
It's
Yeah.
bizarre.
Track it down.
'Cause, like,
Fast.
one of the strong points of the Sonic franchise is the very high quality supporting cast.
The thing is, though, is that video game critics don't like the Sonic supporting cast and think they're all stupid.
Who the fuck is Bark the Polar Bear?
To be fair,
So-
a lot of that could be contributed to Sonic 06 because the fucking Amigo system really did scar every gamer from ever having that shit again in a Sonic game.
The Tails Ring Bond from 06 might actually be one of the like worst designed abilities I've ever seen. It's so ass.
Oh man.
Okay, I do get mad at people when they say like, what the fuck? Why does Tails throw rings? It doesn't, like, they just made it up. Because they didn't. That's like that's a
No, that's not my problem
cut-ass
with it.
reference.
Yeah,
That's not my problem with it. My problem is that they're like weird physics objects that look near
Yeah.
identical to the rings that pop out of you when you get hit.
It also just feels really really bad to aim and shoot.
They really had to show off the fucking Havoc engine, I guess.
They sure did.
Ah, dang, you missed the cool skin.
I did, yeah. I tried like okay, so I'm cutting out like a bunch of stuff, like me getting the keys, because initially I was planning on like showing off the extra levels. So while I was doing this base playthrough, I just did like the ghost missions because they're not worth showing. It's just the levels again, but with a time attack. But I ended up not doing that either because I remembered the fucking ring drone missions, and I'm like, okay, fuck this. Those missions are so bad.
Oh, is that the one where you have to follow the stupid fucking pods and pick up rings?
Yes. And at
I
any
think
point, you can
those
get a
are
spike
bad.
dropped on you and lose all that progress so fast.
So ass.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck that. And I just gave up.
Yeah.
Which
you
sucks
are
'cause I actually
currently
had
playing
some-
my.
Sorry, what?
I was about to go completely off topic. Sorry.
I was about to say real quick. Which sucks because I actually got some pretty good runs on some of the earlier missions. But sadly, we will not see those. All because of the stupid drone missions. Anyways, go off, Amelia.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say, damn, yeah, you're playing my favorite level in the game. I fucking love this level. This level rules.
Yeah. Fucking, like, what was the criteria for, like, choosing which levels go from which game in this game?
Apparently, it was a fan vote outside of Green Hill Zone.
Oh, I see.
Okay, that makes sense.
I will say,
And it's just like,
fans choosing Crisis City for this game is really funny.
I mean, it's the coolest like location.
Yeah, but there's also Kingdom Valley. Granted, it did end up in Shadow
Yeah,
Generations,
they
but
really
still.
should have. It is strange that people didn't vote for Kingdom Valley.
It would have been even funnier if they voted for White Acropolis. The level that
don't worry,
basically
don't
has...
worry. We'll get,
It's like, what?
I said, don't worry, we'll get that for Silver Generations. We'll get
Oh,
White Acropolis.
God.
Yeah.
Now, my vote for Soul Generation Sonic 06 is Wave Ocean.
That would be funny.
I mean, the thing about like because Shadow Generations is going through Shadow's like appearances, right?
Well, except
Yeah.
for the Sonic Frontier level, anyways.
I think he's.
They
I think
basically-
he's going to go there. I think he's going to go to Chaos, but that's one of it. Don't entirely.
I think most of a hypothetical Silver Generations would have to be fucking Sonic 06 stuff.
Hey,
That's
Sonic
like the
Rivals 1
only-
and 2.
Yeah, there's that too. There's Sonic Rivals levels too.
Sonic Rivals?
It was a PSP game. It was kind of a Sonic game, but it was mostly just like a PvP, like racing game. Though they did have a main story to it, which like they surprisingly just like rehashed the story from Sonic 06, kind of.
It's Silver's canonical entry point into the current timeline after 06.
Yeah, because they
What?
erased. They
How
erased.
have I never heard of this?
It's so strange because like Sonic 06 got erased from the timeline, so they had to devise another way to inject Silver into the main continuity, quote unquote. But it's really funny because like how they did it is like Silver's still from the future, and he's still fighting the Iblis monster from Sonic 06. But it's mainly just Iblis. They don't inject Solaris or Mephiles into the whole thing. It's just Iblis.
Damn.
which is really funny because I guess no matter what timeline, Silver still lives in a doomed future.
Hey, there's like he gets to spend like a month in a good future in IDW after Metal Virus. Oh wait, sorry. I'm sorry, Harley. I'm sorry.
No spoilers.
I am sorry. I will stop talking about IDW now.
I'm the guy's queen.
I will happily accept the information that Silver will be okay though after because I just got into Metal Virus.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
You're reading Peak right now, I will say. You're reading Peak. It's so good.
Oh man, I'm just thinking about because as like I'm reading Sonic IDW, also reading X-Men. Like 1963 issues of X-Men. We're probably in 64 by now. I fucking hope. Like 65. Callie and I were also going to read Naruto.
Oh yeah.
So just combining fucking classic X-Men, Sonic IDW, and Naruto. Like all of those readings concurrently. Like that's insanity.
Funny.
And I'm very excited to engage in it.
And Bailey, have you watched or read any of Naruto?
Not a single bit.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. the whole
I know.
reason the whole reason Harley wants to read Naruto is because she was randomly watching like an all supers like video from like one of the Naruto games, and like she was telling me that like she saw like some of the crazy shit they were pulling off like at the end of the Shippuden arc, and she was like, what the fuck is happening in the show? And I died.
It is like absurd.
The only thing I know about Naruto is that the voice actor for Naruto is also Principal Perry in Lab Rats.
Awesome. Fucking. Oh man, fucking. The best thing about reading the Naruto manga is that you don't have to go through the painful hurdle of listening to like season 1 to season 2 Naruto voice actor, where like she does like a very overt like kid's voice for that character.
In the original?
Yeah.
Like in the original voices?
Yeah, like the original English dub and OG Naruto.
Oh, I don't remember feeling the shift that much.
Oh, she really like tones down like the super high pitched like voice that she does.
Yeah.
So and like straight up just sounds like normal, but like towards the end of the show.
I just saw where you got hit by the truck and the damage like flung you up above the platform.
Oh, I know. That segment is so jank because of the fucking the truck physics. It's really funny. I think I can say the same thing, except instead of Naruto, I'm doing Danganronpa, and honestly, I can't tell which is worse. Oh, Mars. Oh, God.
No, I will publicly expose myself for this. That is my fault.
So there's a red star ring in this section that is so fucking aggravating to try and get because the physics will just like you went past it already, but the physics for it are just so fucking annoying to do. And oh my god, oh.
Yeah, there were some red rings I'm deliberately going past because trying to get them would cause me to die a lot of times trying to get them.
They like it really took them a while to figure out how the fuck to do collectibles that are fun to get. Like they really like they kept trying. They kept not succeeding.
Yeah, well,
Honestly,
we'll
I actually really like the number rings in Forces. I hate that you have to get all the red star rings to do them though.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem, is that, like, it feels like such unabashed padding. Cause, like, there's just no video game there. They didn't make video game, and then they were like, oh yeah, we can make up for that by making them play the whole game, like, 4 fucking times minimum.
There's a red ring up here that you have to stand on that platform to get, and you won't know that until you
Awesome.
zip past it. It sucks. Oh man.
So I did watch.
Enjoy the Nightmare Truck.
Yeah, this shit is insane.
I am slightly sad that the Transformers Sonic crossover was not of the Junk Truck. I knew it wasn't going to be, but I did want it to be.
That would have been funny.
They can make it Megatron. Sometimes I will just get hit in that segment even though I'm boosting and I don't know why.
Oh, that's funny. That's never happened to me, but I can buy it. Because sometimes I feel like the truck does get a little bit too close. And I always wonder if it's going to fuck up at some point.
Thanks, Big Blue. That's the first time I've ever been stolen.
Rouge,
You're a real
Rouge,
gem,
Rouge, Rouge.
Rouge time, Rouge time.
You're a real gem, Rouge.
There is possibly a mod that replaces Rouge with the Amy Rouge mod, but unfortunately I couldn't do it because the Sonic X Shadow version of Generations is not moddable on Hedge Mod Manager, unfortunately.
Tragic.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, only Shadow Generations currently. The Hedge Mod Manager person is, I think, still trying to make it moddable. But I think for the most part, people are just playing OG Generations to mod it.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you probably can still mod it, but like, it's probably more finicky than just using the mod manager.
Ugh. How fast classic Sonic falls is like, it's the more I see it, the more it's like pissing me off.
I
The
will
bubble
say,
shield makes this level so.
I will say I am using a skill that makes Sonic move faster in water because I fucking hate the water physics as Sonic, either Sonic basically. What were you gonna say, Amelia? There.
I was just gonna say the bubble shield makes this level infinitely more tolerable.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if you're trying to get the red rings and like you just miss like an upper path.
Someone was saying for Shadow Generations they should have done Bingo Highway instead of Rail Canyon.
That would have
And
been
I'm
so
just like,
funny.
no.
Ooh.
Would have been funny, but no, I don't want to go through the pinball. I
me-
never got past that as a kid. That was my stopping point with the Heroes.
Oh no, yeah, that place is a death trap in Heroes. Though I will say, if we were in Shadow Generations, it would have been peak.
True. It's
It
crazy
is
how in the
crazy to me that
Oop.
people would vote for Rail Canyon?
It's because Rail Canyon.
For Shadow Gens, it was not a vote. I don't think there
Oh,
was a vote.
Shadow Gems.
Yeah. Shadow Gens.
Because
sub-breed.
Rail Canyon was the wall for me.
Because the rail physics were so shit in Sonic Heroes.
Yep.
It took them a really long time to like get rail physics in Sonic right, because they admittedly got it pretty okay in Sonic Adventure 2, even though it was kind of a big hurdle to learn how leaning works, especially in later ports where they fucked up the input.
Yeah, but it literally doesn't work right.
Yeah. And then the other game just kind of fuck it up by making rail grinding like a 50% chance of not working. And it wasn't until Sonic Unleashed where they just like, oh, we'll just have it so you can automatically move between rails, like without much thought. And I'm like, does make it somewhat less cool, but hey, at least the rail grinding works now.
Frontiers has us in like a really good position, I think, though, because Sonic Team has finally realized that modern video game controllers have more than like 2 buttons. So you can put shit on them.
Yeah.
Homing attack on button is so nice. It's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't realize like how much they were somewhat cooking by having the homing attack on a different button in Sonic Unleashed. Oh, they only fucked up by also having that button be the boost button.
Yeah, which again, like, there are so many buttons on these controllers that are just not being used. I think the adventure games are like the worst about it though, because there's so much going on the action button.
God, yeah. Thank God you can at least mod SA2 so you can have like shit like the somersault on a different button.
Can you?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, the SA2 mod manager lets you enable a code that changes the input to a different button.
Wow.
So you can spin dash and somersault independently from each other.
That's swag. I need to figure out how to get those mod managers working and get SA1 and SA2 working so I can actually play them.
Oh yeah, fucking. I can also definitely recommend you a number of mods so you can get the best experience out of SA2 in particular.
I think I want to play mostly vanilla because I've never played SA1 or 2 before.
Oh, I mean, I mean, I will say, like, SA2 on PC is kind of far from vanilla, even by default, because of the changes that the HD version brought. Especially,
you need to mod it to bring it back to vanilla.
Exactly.
Yeah. The rabbit.
The rabbit.
Wow.
Vanilla the rabbit.
Sonic Adventure 1 is probably my favorite Sonic game.
Ooh.
It's personally my favorite for the music alone, which in my opinion, I don't think any Sonic game has topped SA1 soundtrack, to be honest. Maybe Frontiers, maybe. But I
Oh
always
my god. Oh.
Nope.
I thought Espio was going to be back.
So we're pretty sure we've figured things out. And it's pretty dire. Ah!
I can't believe this guy murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. What the fuck?
That thing
The
keeps
Chog.
jumping back and forth through
The
time,
Yogg.
consuming the dimensional energy. And all that's left behind is this lifeless white void. The Sonics are the one constant here. Their speed is restoring space-time.
The Sonics.
Then I guess we have to run like there's no tomorrow, or there won't be a tomorrow.
We're facing a dangerous foe, Sonic. Better be on your guard.
Fucking
Sure thing.
SPO voiced by Troy Baker.
I found you, Shadow.
The blue hedgehog. Of all places.
So Mars, speaking of Yuji Naka, you got me
You have
thinking
something
of something
I
very
need.
specific that happened
Until my
when,
presence is
like,
finished.
apparently
Yeah, sorry, but that chaos
they
element
found
I have a
in
date
a
with a
video that was like a tour of Sega headquarters. There is just, you can see Yuji Naka programming something in the background, and someone was able to take a screenshot and line it up with Sonic 1's code, and it was one-to-one with Sonic's ground physics. It's just like, of course.
Is that cutscene not new?
Okay, so this is a cutscene you would see in Shadow Generations. I just injected it into this fight because I thought it'd be cool.
Oh.
Bringing a little continuity between the two games.
Wait, but like the cutscene before the fight, did that happen in the original?
No. I just
Okay.
edited it into this gameplay.
This is, it looked so much higher fidelity than everything else. It's
Yeah,
like, what
because
the
it's
fuck?
fucking Hedgehog 2 engine and not Hedgehog 1 engine.
Finally the sequel to Hedgehog.
Hedgehog 2.
I can't wait for the silver rival fight. That's my favorite one in the game.
Whoa, good cut.
I know, right?
But I won this one, so I'm taking
So
the
proud of
emerald.
that.
See ya.
Oh yeah, no, that was slick as shit.
Thank you. But yeah, what you're not seeing is me like doing at least one of the gates to get the keys, because it's honestly just time consuming. You only have to do one of the gates to get one of the keys, so you really don't need to do much of the side missions. At least to get to the main story, anyways.
Right.
Anyways, this is my favorite boss fights in the whole game.
Oh, I love Perfect Cell. I did show one of my friend groups Nazo Unleashed recently, and they described it as watching an entire arc of Dragon Ball condensed into one 30-minute episode.
What is that?
It's a fan animation about, like, some guy who was in a Sonic X teaser that ended up not showing up, and it's like, he's just like every single Dragon Ball villain in a fucking blender, and in it, like, Sonic and Shadow fuse and become Hyper Shattuck.
Shattuck.
Awesome.
I love that.
Real ones would call the fusion Sonato, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not one
That's
to
why
really
they're
care about
fucking
power
big.
scaling, but I just want to make a point that this boss battle basically shows that current Sonic is just as strong as Super Sonic from SA1. I think it's really funny.
Yeah.
It's,
Although, I mean, there's Or like building for him to run around on.
I am just now noticing that these are all just the assets from the Crisis City level.
Yeah.
I've never picked up on that before. But now I looked at it, and it's just like, that's a very smart use of asset reuse.
Yeah.
Good job,
Yeah.
Sonic team. Asset reuse is not a sign of bad game development. It's actually a sign of very smart and good game development, as long as it's done well. Huh?
Exactly.
And when it's done poorly, it's not the asset reuse that's the problem. It's usually something related to it.
Yep. People getting mad at asset reuse in games is one of those things that really just gets on my nerves when it comes to like game design. This is just like, no,
Yeah.
asset reuse is really smart, because why the fuck would you make two different like kinds of buildings for ruined buildings when like 90% of people would not even notice?
Yeah.
I'm boycotting FromSoft games. One of the walking animations looks similar to the one in one of their other games.
I was just thinking about the shit with the fucking opening door animations in Elden Ring being the same from Dark Souls.
It's really funny.
Yeah,
just-
it's like, who fucking cares?
Why would you change it? It's already good.
It's already fine. It's a door opening animation. Like, who cares?
You're doing great, Sonics. Right. I may never get used to that. Ah,
I love Tails' smaller body, but his head is fucking huge. So odd looking. It's kind of funny.
They're little peas.
Exactly.
whoa! Did that emerald just scare off the monster?
I want to
Chaos
play
Emerald's powers
Superstars
are
just
rampant.
because all the
We sure could
characters just
use
look
a
really
miracle.
cute in it, and that's it.
We need that emerald.
Yeah, like,
Your speed has been
I
able to
hope
restore
that
our
appeal
fights.
can carry you
I've
far.
been forced by the Chaos Emerald
I've heard the
to pull
boss
out
fights are
its tail.
absolute dog shit, which is why I've been
Double,
apprehensive.
we're going to need
Sonic
all
Rush,
Yep,
seven
me
like
too.
Sonic Rush tier boss battles,
You're on.
from what I can tell.
I've heard they're
You
even
guys have your
worse.
work cut
Oh,
out for
God.
you.
I've heard that
Adventure's
Fang
no
the
fun if
Sniper
it's too
is
easy.
one of the worst bosses to be in a Sonic game, period. I've heard some people go as far as worst boss, period. Like in any game, but I that's probably going too far.
I wonder if it would be worth spend money on Sonic Superstar just to find out for myself. I wonder how much that game goes on sale.
So I have this because I've been having these thoughts while playing Mania as well. I think when classic Sonic games try to have hard boss fights, they always fail because the only thing they can think to do is make really annoying buffers for when you're allowed to attack the boss. So you can't do the shit where you could just like aim yourself on top of it and just bounce on it forever till it dies.
Right.
Yeah.
And it usually just makes like some of the most annoying boss fights I've ever had to deal with in a fucking video game.
Does the final boss
That is-
in Sonic 2 count in this? In your
Yeah,
opinion?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I love Death Egg Robots visually. I think that final boss fight is ass.
It's so like weird. Like, did you
If
know
there was-
in like you know that fucking Sega Saturn game Sonic Jam, which is just like
Yeah.
a compilation of the first 3 games? That game, that version of those games implements it in easy mode, and one of the features is that you can have rings in the final boss fight of Sonic 2.
Wow.
And I imagine that completely trivializes it.
I would imagine somewhat. I don't know how many rings it gives you, so I don't know if you can just like lose rings during the Metal Sonic fights, but it's there.
The boss fight for Mania I was really thinking of Because there's just one where I straight up just don't even try to fight it normally, and I straight up just do the shit where I abuse the iframes from getting hit to kill it. And it's the one in Press Garden Zone where it has to, like, it has saw blades, and it has to smash the box so that the saw blades break.
That one fucking... Yeah, that one is ass.
I also don't like the ninja from the second act of that level, but, like, not anywhere near as... I think that fight is also ass.
Yeah,
I think that fight is worse.
It's a strange one.
That game does have a problem with its boss fights, but like Sonic games have problems with their boss fights, admittedly.
I can't believe I'm
Sonic
saying this.
Frontiers has the best bosses in any Sonic game, I think.
I was just gonna say, I think in terms of classic Sonic games, I think Sonic 1, like, I think this is the only area where I think the Sonic 1 is actually pretty good in, because I actually do like a lot of the boss fights in Sonic 1.
There's definitely some weird ones, like the one in Labyrinth Zone, where you just, like, chase Eggman to the end, and you don't even have to kill him, you just have to get to the end, and the level's over.
I just saw you watch you smash yourself so you can fucking hit me.
That's the only way to get it. I don't know how else they expect you to get that ring. It's weird. Also, I love how this segment is a fucking callback to the box speed section where you're dodging cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I wonder how Project 06 is going.
I know they at least got all 3 characters done, but I don't know how far along into the main campaign they are.
I love the site.
Oh, no, you go on.
I was just gonna say, I love the classic Crisis City remix so much. It's so good. But yeah, go on.
It's crazy that they forgot how to make these between this and Forces.
Yeah, honestly.
No, that was my thing, because I don't like a lot of the classic Sonic stages and like the first half of the game, but I think past the first 3 acts, I kind of love all of them. They're actually really fun.
In Forces or
In Generations.
This level does have like a fun gimmick, which we will see in a bit. Also, Mars in chat says, Gamma's routes in SA1 has the best bosses. I like to shoot.
I need to play. I need to play SA1. I need to play it so bad.
Yes, you do.
Dude, it's fucking peak.
You need to watch the jank of SA1 cutscenes.
Yeah.
In all its glory.
I mean, and the fucked up thing is that, like, even through the jank, they're, like, really good.
They're fun to watch,
and
honestly.
really fucking cool.
Yeah. Hey, you big drip. Where you going? Love that line.
Everyone in that game is an unreliable narrator.
Yeah, it's great.
All's well that ends well.
God damn.
I know that one.
The line that Tails says when the entirety of
Station Square is destroyed.
Yeah.
I know about the woman with the gambling addiction. I do know about this.
Oh god.
Yeah. Fascinating NPCs in that game.
Yeah.
Fucking Soliana could never.
Honestly.
Soliana desperately fucking wishes that it was Station Square.
Yeah. Even though I will say the shopkeeper who inexplicably sells Sonic items is certainly a guy.
What about Sonic Man? Come on, Sonic Man.
Sonic Man's awesome.
Sonic Man is awesome. They're making an action figure based on him.
That's
Good.
funny.
I'm making a joke about the Transformers crossover toy.
Oh.
Oh,
It just weirdly looks like Sonic Man. I don't think that was intentional. It just kind of does.
what is it? Just Jazz with a blue color scheme?
No, it's based. Hang on, I'll send an image to you guys because they're so hard to describe.
I gotcha. That's just what I kind of imagined though, because Jazz has that same visor as Sonic Man.
No, I did not want to use Google Shopping. I wanted to use Google Images. Fuck off.
Oh man.
I fucking hate Google Shopping. You like click on it and it's so fucking hard to get out of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's also the worst interface on Google, to be honest. This platforming is so
It is-
hard, by the way. It's really hard to fight against the tornado currents.
They made his
It's
gun
no-
the
it's no
invincibility
Celeste.
stuff.
Let me look at this. Oh my fucking god.
I don't like Tails. I think Tails looks so ugly. Honestly.
They just have Sonic transform into the Sega All-Stars car.
Oh, what? Oh.
I know Sonic gave him the plane, but it's really funny how often people associate Tails with the plane, even though it's literally Sonic's plane.
Well, this girl looks like she
Wish I
can get
hadn't
down in
made
the
you laugh,
Himalayas.
Sonic, but thank you. By the way, you seem to look less spiky.
I think they fucked up.
Hmm.
I don't like these designs.
Yeah, I don't mind the Sonic one. I think the Sonic one is fine.
The Sonic one's fine. The Tails one looks kind of ghoulish.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm still probably gonna get it at some point. I don't know if either will be yet or not.
I like that his left hand is the invincibility bubble.
Yeah, that's his gun.
Oh yeah, it's interesting to me that Project 06 can now only get worse
Why is that?
because all of the best part has been added already. Like you can play Sonic 06 levels, which are really well designed levels, with controls that actually like fucking work and performance that isn't horribly dog shit. Because now all they can add is like, I mean, cutscenes would be nice.
It would be really funny if they remastered the cutscenes but didn't change anything else. Like the story's the same, the voice acting's the same. That would just be really funny.
Soliana
Oh
like
god.
will make the game worse.
I really wonder if they're gonna add the hub world or if they're just gonna make it like SA2 where it's just level select.
I wonder.
Because,
mean, like,
because isn't it just level selecting right now?
Yeah, that is. That's the whole game. Is mission select through all of it, and it's great.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it that way. Because, to be honest, it would be a lot of development time to create, like, either just ports or even, like, recreate the Soliana hub world. Because there's a lot of work that needs to go into making that make sense with the new framework of the game.
And if you're just, well, and I mean, if you're just remaking the rest of the game, like, there's a lot of legwork that needs to be done as far as making Soliana, like, good at all in any way.
Like, they would need to completely redesign the layouts and, like, the missions and, you know, also the NPCs, too.
Oh god, the missions.
Granted, a lot of them are optional, but I know there's a good chunk you need to do for story progression. Like the fucking the trials in Sonic Story.
And they don't tell you which ones.
Yeah.
That's the bad part. You just end up they put you in fucking Soliana. And they just like fucking have fun, dipshit.
Yeah, like at least like Sonic
Wander
Adventure 1
around.
had T-Call to like literally point you to where to go.
It's great. It's amazing. There's just if you're ever lost in Sonic Adventure 1, just touch a glowing orb and a nice lady will be like, hey, this way.
I wish that's how real life worked.
Me
Exactly.
fucking too.
I really wish I had a floating T-Call telling me how to do things.
That make things easier. This song is so fucking long. I am highly cognizant of that because of the Rift of the Necrodancer chart of it.
Of Rooftop Run OST.
Yeah, of this version of it, I think.
Man.
This
It's
freaking
like
area with
6
the
minutes
barrel.
long or
Oh.
something.
No, yeah, I agree, Amelia. This area sucks. There's a particular red ring you need to get up there, and you don't come at it from the top. You need to go underneath and then go this way. Yeah. Okay, so I was trying to get this
Amy
Chow
Chow.
by making this barrel move, and I had no idea how to do it. I don't know if I was supposed to break it or make the barrel fall or something. Like, it just wouldn't move.
You're supposed to be able to just push it.
Weird. Maybe I didn't push long enough, but I just walked past it. I have not really made an attempt to get all the Chow collectibles, because I don't know, like some of them are really well hidden, so I couldn't find them, and I don't really know what they even get you when you get them all.
Literally nothing.
No.
You get literally nothing for getting all of them.
Is there an achievement at least?
No.
What the fuck?
They're just in the game.
I guess they appear in the hub world.
Yeah.
That's it.
I straight up just think it's Sega just trying to go, ooh, you remember what a Chow Garden is, right? Well, here's like, not that, but here's Chow's. You remember Chow's?
It just reminds me of like the really shitty Chow collecting mission in SA2.
I hope they bring Chow Gardens back at some point. I say as someone who will never willfully engage with that at all, but
That's totally fair. Because to be honest, half of the fun... okay, so this part's funny. I was trying to swing to the top of this thing because there's a red ring on top of the clock. But I accidentally bumped into a bomb and fell into the middle. And now I can't get out, so I have to progress through the level now. Oh, man.
Gaming.
I would have gotten all the red rings in this one run if I didn't fuck up.
I find it interesting how this is Flying Battery Zone.
Oh yeah, fucking... Damn, son, you dealt with that pretty quick. unlike last time.
Oh wait, that's another thing with Mania that I do have slight beef with. Outside of Lava Reef Zone, it takes like all of my least favorite levels from 3 and Knuckles.
Fucking...
Yeah.
I remember like there's Green Hill and Chemistry Plant. What else was recycled?
For 3 and Knuckles, they take Flying Battery and Hydro City, which are my 2 least favorite levels in those games.
Oh yeah.
I got a hunch someone or
Especially Hydro City. I hate Hydrocity. or Hydro City, or whoever the fuck you want to say it. I don't like it. I think it's so slow and boring.
I like it in Mania.
Ah. I would like it in Mania, but then I hate the boss fights from it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't
But
know
I could say
why.
that about like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Which I was gonna say, I could say that about almost any level in Mania. I don't like Mania's boss fights so much.
It really does say something when one of the best boss fights in that game is play a different video game.
Yeah.
Fucked up right there. God. So this is arguably like the worst level in the whole game. But I play it so much that I can just play it pretty easily now, but this is absolutely the lowest points in the whole game.
Which makes sense. It is Sonic Colors.
God.
I've become
I
a Colors
love it.
hater. I've become a Colors hater.
I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
played it.
Because I mean, you did play Sonic Colors Ultimate recently, didn't you?
I tried it because it was free with PlayStation, like monthly or whatever.
Right.
Tried it.
It's not even worth free.
It isn't. I turned it off after like I started playing some of the stuff because as a kid, I played it a lot because it was one of the few Sonic games I had.
Right.
So I was just like, I guess I'll play this. But I never really enjoyed it. I always just, and so I was, so like, I'm not a person who has like nostalgia for Colors at all. I just remember, yeah, this was one of the Sonic games I had as a kid. And going into Ultimate and having to deal with like maybe the worst handling of Sonic I felt in the boost formula. Not great. It's not great. And also the boss fights are ass.
It doesn't help that, like, Ultimate does exacerbate, like, all of the issues that Colors has, and
Yeah.
also adds new ones.
Yeah, because unfortunately,
Like, they
Ultimate
took out
does.
the fucking whole soundtrack.
Yeah. Because, like, for those not to know, Sonic Colors Ultimate is not the preferred way to play Sonic Colors because of all of, like, the sound bugs and the like other bugs that are in that version of the game.
And the just complete fucking embarrassing lack of polish.
You can tell that they rushed that game out to quickly scramble a Sonic game to tie in with the first movie's success.
Just ran into all those missiles. What the fuck is wrong with me? That was funny.
I love it that the first movie succeeded and Frontiers was nowhere near done. So the Sega was just like hit a panic button. It was just like Colors re-release to fit in the holiday season.
Fucking.
It's so funny to me that, like, people would have been happier with Colors Ultimate if it was literally the Wii, like the Wii ROM, or the Wii ISO, being played through Dolphin upscaled. And that's it. That's all people want. All of the work that they put in was to make the game worse.
Yeah, which is unfortunately a familiar story with a lot of remasters, to be honest. But you know, I was talking about this earlier with you, Harley. If they ever actually do make a Sonic Unleashed port, like not the V compilation, like an actual port, and like say it's on like all platforms, including PC, it would not be as good as the recompilation, if I'm being honest. Simply because the nature
Most
of how
likely,
like
yeah.
remasters are made just kind of dictate that. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they announced Unleashed like re-release, I like wouldn't be excited for it until I saw proof that it wouldn't be another situation like fucking Colors Ultimate.
Yeah, because like at least like the one thing that a remaster of Unleashed would have over recompilation is the fact that it would be available for console players.
Yeah.
Right,
Which-
I'm so excited for Knuckles Unleashed.
Oh god. Imagine like Knuckles Werehog.
No, I was thinking like Wereechidna, and it's just a bunch of levels set on Angel Island, and it's all Werehog gameplay. all Werehog.
Oh,
Something that
God.
would only appease to me specifically.
Oh god.
I am excited to eventually hop into Unleashed with a like Werehog combat mod. That just like because I've seen a few of those around that just like give the Werehog more tools and stuff to work with and like try to make it a bit more like character actiony.
Fun.
Yeah.
'Cause that's something I could get fucking into.
And I also would recommend some mods that maybe reduces or even like eliminates the sun metal requirement altogether. Just so you can avoid that headache.
Yeah, maybe. maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was also like, I mentioned this to Harley a bit ago. Like, I feel like the worst scenario that a Sonic Unleashed port could be was like if it was like some launch title port for the Switch 2.
Switch to. Oh, you. That's what's going to happen now.
It would be so funny.
You, I'm
because
actively blaming you if that is enough. I want you to know this.
like it would not only be like for the Switch, it would be exclusively for the Switch. Like it would just never come out for the other consoles.
I will be real. Part of me is just like, Nintendo is launching a new console. Sega has came out with a Sonic Generations that is widely popular, successful, and seems like it will be a bright future for the franchise. I swear to God, if they announce some kind of Switch 2 exclusivity deal within the next couple of months, I'm going to fucking scream.
Oh man. Sonic Frontiers for Switch 2. It actually runs good now.
It runs
I
like
mean,
a normal video
Frontiers
game.
will probably get. Well, no, actually, this is fucking Sega we're talking about. I can't say probably about a thing that is smart, but like if they're smart, they will make like they will just update the game.
No, because I think how it works for the Switch 2 is that you need to buy an upgrade or something to make it compatible with like Switch 2 hardware.
You do not.
No? Nope.
You can play Switch 1 games on Switch 2.
Yeah, but does it get a performance boost?
If the developers updated it, yes.
Ah, I see.
I love
to
you,
get
Quest.
like
to Sonic.
if there's like a full-on upgrade though, like Breath of the Wilds, then you will have to pay for those performance boosts.
I mean, like, I feel like they might go that route because, like, doesn't Sonic Frontiers
No, they
on...
that is confirmed.
Yeah, because, like, doesn't Sonic Frontiers on Switch look notably worse than, like, the normal ports of the game?
I believe so, yeah.
Like draw this to the side. Like I'm pretty sure it just like looks worse, like than like the PS4 version or whatever.
Like low resolution scale.
Yeah. And like I know it doesn't hit 30 FPS all the time, but like it just literally looks worse. You would be better off for like the PS4 version, where I think it also runs at 30 FPS, but at least it looks better.
So I don't like the spike twist just because it's so freaking hard to tell what direction you're going to spin dash in.
Oh, I know, right? It makes those gear puzzles really hard to do. What you need to do is you need to move first, so you can confirm for yourself that you are moving in the right direction, and then do a spin dash. Otherwise, you'll end up.
Yeah.
If you go in the wrong direction, you jump off the gear, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how I did that shit. That was nuts.
They should do a remastered of Rust and make it a 3D boost.
Someone has like made a fan game of that. I think it runs off of Sonic Generations framework, but it is there.
Oh, that would be so nice. That would be nice. They should let Blaze the Cat do things.
Exactly.
They should let F's Sonic character do things. That's my new mantra.
Yeah. Honestly, the one thing I hope for the Switch 2 is like a virtual console, but for 3DS games.
Oh, that would be
That would
nice.
be so sick.
Because there's like no more support for 3DS games. It's literally impossible to like, well, I guess aside from, you know, hacking your 3DS, but like, you know, like there's gonna be like no like library for 3DS games on future consoles, probably for a while.
The one thing that I am extremely like that I extremely want on Switch 2 is Kid Icarus Uprising port that uses the fucking mouse controls. That would be so fucking cool.
It would be really sick.
To like be able to play a version of Uprising that doesn't like damage your body to play it.
Right, yeah. Also, I will say, like, I really hope some third parties
But being with you
figure
makes
out
it
like
all
like
better.
a Nintendo mouse.
Hey,
Because as novel as like the Joy-Cons being a mouse is, it really doesn't seem like it will be comfortable in long sessions because of how slim the thing is. Like you're
Yeah, I don't know. It's,
yeah, let's go Silver.
I have like it does feel pretty good though. Like just doing the motions with a regular Joy-Con, and the new Joy-Cons are large enough that I feel like it'll feel at least all right.
It might. It's just the issue is that there's not enough horizontal surface area for your hand to rest on to make it comfortable for long sessions. Like,
Yeah.
like you know, like part of your hand will like you know get support, and I'm pretty sure you can rest your hand like your fingers on the side of the Joy-Cons. But like, the nice thing about a mouse is that it's wide enough that your whole hand could possibly rest on it. Meanwhile, like for some people, like a lot of your hand is just gonna be hanging off the Joy-Con while using it.
This is the last time
Yeah, no,
Silver
it's
had any fucking aura.
Damn.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
I said this is the last time Silver had any fucking aura in Sonic.
I know. Fucking.
He's so fucking cool here.
I think it is a little unfortunate that we're doing the boss fight here instead of like some reinterpretation of Soliana. Because that's where Sonic actually fought Silver.
True. But
Because I
also
mean,
this goes hard.
they basically remade Final Rush kind of for Shadow's boss battle, but they didn't do that for Silver. They just reused Crisis City. Which is
Honestly, I'm grateful that Sonic 06 stuff showed up in this game at all.
oh, I know.
It's
They were-
honestly
Yeah.
kind of amazing that it did in general, but like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, fucking Sonic Team had balls for putting any kind of Sonic 06 in this game. After the years of ongoing vitriol that are still happening to this day of that game.
I know there's so many people who get
And you're
so
fresh.
mad. Sorry.
It was like it happened 5 years ago at time of development, or like at time of release. Like that shit was fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were we gonna say, Amelia?
I was just gonna say, I find Sonic 06 hate in like modern era to just be like, yeah, and the sky is fucking blue. Sonic 06 is a bad game. Please talk about anything else related to this game.
Yeah.
I get it that it's bad. Everyone has said it's bad.
Yeah. God. There's
Sonic
only like
Bush.
2 pieces of like Sonic 06 hate media that I actually do enjoy, and that's like the Life Arrow like Silver campaign video, and slightly more obscure, but it's like it's a commentary series by a channel called Find the Computer Room, and like it's just injected with so many YouTube poop edits in it. It's just really hysterical to watch.
Time for a change of pace.
Have you watched the Silver campaign, by the way, Amelia?
I have not.
I will say there was a lot of like Silver ridicule in it, which is kind of the really annoying thing I don't like about like Sonic 06 playthroughs. But like, I like watching it because there's a lot of really good like animation in that video.
My thing is just, that's my goat. Hate Sonic 06 all you want. You start hating on Silver, then I'm gonna put up my hand. I'll put up my hand. It's my goat. I love him. He's such a sweet boy.
That's entirely fair.
Time for a change of pace.
Although, honestly, if I had to pick between him getting the super form or Amy getting the super form, I would pick Amy. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's because girls need a win.
Especially in Sonic.
In Sonic.
Yeah. God.
Like, genuine question, when was the last time a woman did anything, like, proactive in a Sonic game?
okay, in a game, okay, that makes it harder. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
I mean,
because the comics are great.
I mean, technically Sonic Superstars because Amy's playable in that game.
Okay.
There's at least
But I
that.
mean,
Rip-
the game doesn't
Rip
have,
is
like, a
also a
story.
girl.
Sorry,
Rip is
what?
also a girl in that, and she does the things. She
Oh,
helps
yeah.
defeat the final boss.
Oh,
She
yeah,
gets
that's
like a
right.
dragon super form.
Yeah, that shit's sick.
Catch me if you can.
So I guess superstars, but before superstars though, I'd probably have to say probably Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric.
Oh, I know. That's the one game where Amy was explicitly not written like Amy.
Well, yeah, because she's written like a sitcom woman in that game.
Yeah, or as like a lot of gamers have crudely put it, like the typical feminist character.
Here goes.
Which I mean, they're not exactly wrong, but like it's not her character all the time, to be honest. At least going by the show, anyways.
I'm gonna be real. I'm one of those people who does not think. I think the show can be funny, but I not think it's as funny as other people do. I fucking hate the Knuckles feminism thing. I think it's not funny at all.
No, it's not.
It's so bad.
Or the fucking they've made fun of Christina and Sonic Boom. It's not funny. I fucking hate it. It's like one of the most ableist episodes of anything I've ever watched. It sucks so bad.
Down he goes.
Sorry, that got a little heavy.
That's so good.
Which does suck. Okay, but going back to the Knuckles feminism thing, because I do think Knuckles is really funny in Boom, just not for that bit.
Oh, I know. Knuckles has a lot better bits than that. Than just that one clip from Sonic Boom. To be honest.
No, my favorite one is the one where there's this line of robot exploding ducks, and he just keeps picking them up. That shit is so fucking funny.
This was supposed to be my time.
Oh, please keep dreaming, Egghead. I beat you
Where's
every
Jet the Hawk
time.
Tua? Why
No,
isn't Jet the Hawk
seriously,
Tua
we
in this
beat him
game?
every time. Our scorecard
People should be
is
asking in game where Jet the Hawk
Stopping
Tua
Eggman
is.
always good. But the
I'd
real
accept
problem
Jet
is that
over
once
fucking
maybe we can call a
the
truce and-
crocodile guy. What was his name?
Vector!
Yeah, Vector. Or I guess Charmy, maybe.
Look, he got your Eggman too. Oh, this is getting
Nah, the
silly.
chaotics have to be here.
Yeah, you can't. Like, Charmy is the worst of the chaotics, but like you can't split them up.
It's true, yeah.
Unless of course you're going to Amy's birthday party, in which case, fuck that bee. I personally like to think that Amy just didn't invite him because she doesn't like him.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh boy.
But then that calls into question on why Cream isn't there.
Oh.
So they actually have made a statement on that, and it's just like, everyone thought Cream was too young to go to the murder mystery party on the train.
Okay, that's fair.
No.
I wish that Cream's character would move past being a baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so I ran
'Cause,
into a weird
like-
bug. Real quick, I ran into a weird bug while activating these gears. They just kind of stop moving. They're supposed to move when you put the chaos emeralds in, so you can go to the next platforms. But for some reason, they don't move now. And I was really confused.
Huh.
I was kind of jumping around for a long time because how the fuck am I supposed to get to the last gear?
Funny.
I never encountered this bug before when playing this game. I think it's because I just put the chaos emeralds in too fast, maybe.
Maybe.
It's really weird. Also, I don't know why there's two different springs in this one section. It's really weird.
It's so you always have fun around.
It's funny. Oh yeah, eventually I just like boost away and then come back and then the gears start moving. Also, I want to ask, you mentioned murder mystery of Sonic the Hedgehog. Is the rookie character like an actual character in the IDW comics, or is he just never mentioned?
Oh, Barry? Barry has not showed up in IDW as far as I know.
Oh, is that his name?
It's not... Yeah, his name is Barry.
Okay. I thought he was just called the rookie.
No, that's the Sonic Forces guy.
Right, yeah.
So, at least as far as I know, he's not showed up in IDW. We do see the... Oh, Dave, your Dave is struggling. Yeah, it had to, like, freaking load all those gears and what. Okay, but we do see the conductor, and we see his wife quite a bit in IDW, though.
Right.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
Surge meets his wife at one point.
Oh, shit.
I'm so fucking excited to meet Surge.
I love her so much. Oh, she's baby girl.
I cannot speak of how I feel about Surge, honestly, on this stream.
That's fair.
Callie would get banned.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh man.
I'm excited to see what you think about Whispered once you get the Surge. Honestly,
I fucking love Whisper.
no, I mean Whispered, the Whispered Surge ship.
Oh, that's an exciting new idea.
Yeah,
Okay, I just want to say, what the fuck happened to the time meter? Why does it look like
How about
this?
you just give up and restore the timeline like you found it?
honest answer.
Position to demand anything.
They made it work more like the Edge Dragoon boss fight in programming, so they made it look like this with the two
Oh.
switching
I,
halves.
I
That's
see.
my only guess.
Nobody
You know what?
can
That kind of
do
makes
anymore.
sense.
If you would be so kind
Is
as
it
to
different
explain.
from the original?
Gentleman genius Dr. Eggman from the future.
No, this
Like from the original game, or
no, it's always looked like this in the original game. It's just that in the original game, it went from being like this ominous like entity that just kind of floated around with like a non-literal like figure, and then it just became like this time gear monster in the final fight, like with like no build up. And I was always confused about that because it just looks worse.
Marvelous capabilities and rewrite the past.
I mean, he needs to like.
In order to perfect it, I
He
needed
did
the
some
help of
shit.
somebody as smart as I am. The only person that smart is me. Oh, you are too kind, my
Also,
dear
I'm aware it's
Peter
because
Sal.
he
And
probably
I
wasn't
was happy
available
to
or they couldn't
help.
get him. But I think it's a missed
And
opportunity
now
that
all
the
time
OG
is
Eggman
ours
or
to
like
do it
Robotnik
as we
wasn't
please.
voiced by
The more your
the
monster
old
takes
Eggman
from the
voice.
timeline, the more
They could have got the
damage
OVA Eggman. I'm forgetting his name. His first name is Edwin.
Shape it as I see fit.
Yes, he created the mimic. Ha ha ha. But
I think he kind of sounds like shit in this.
And they call me
Mike
my
Pollock?
Follett.
No
Yeah.
one will judge us anymore.
Yeah.
After we've destroyed
It's
these
so
Sonics.
funny that like Mike Pollock couldn't really pull off talking to himself like Jim Carrey could
By
in
all
Sonic 3.
means, my dear doctor.
Destroy me? In your dreams, Eggman. I mean,
Yeah.
you own
Isn't
the
Mike
timeline
Pollock
myself,
also a
and others
Zionist?
too.
Yes.
yeah.
Then I'll
That's
have
why we don't
twice
like
as
Mike
much
Pollock
fun
anymore.
defeating you.
And I vote
Yeah,
that we
I
get
have
Alfred
no
to voice
qualms.
Eggman from now on.
Keep moving.
Move all you want. I'm
See, I like that for funny reasons, but I think that I think that that's a really bad fit.
I just think it would be really funny if we just got the next Sonic game and we just suddenly started hearing Alfred's voice out of Eggman. Just unannounced.
be
That's just
pretty
that's just Eggman's voice now.
I would be so hyped for that, honestly.
That was just
I
to
honestly, I
soften
feel
you
like
up.
we're due for a voice actor change, just because we haven't done one for Sonic in quite a long time.
True.
You're tougher than that. Come on.
I mean, I would agree, but like Roger Craig-Smith just recently started getting really good as Sonic. If Frontier is anything to go by,
You're insignificant.
I'm not saying I totally want it. I think there is some choices I would make, though, for some characters.
Mr. Sonic.
like Rouge.
Embrace the emeralds.
Rouge is someone I would change. Knuckles is also someone I would change.
Oh no, yeah, Knuckles' voice actor sucks so much. He sounds like
It's not
someone
even-
trying to like do a deep voice, but not good at all.
Some Eggman. Super
I was honestly more just thinking we could hire, like, maybe an actual, like, black actor for Knuckles, I think, at this point. I think that would be appropriate.
That too, yeah. Like, I am so fucking brainwashed from listening to Idris Elba play Knuckles in like the past two Sonic movies, and it's like, yeah, this has to be the Knuckles voice from now on, to be honest.
Yeah, they got him for Cyberpunk. He's in video games now.
Yeah, he could totally play Knuckles.
Even though we're in different dimensions,
Because I mean, like, what else are Idris Elba even doing these days? Is like
He's in like everything.
he's in like
Everything,
everything, but
yeah.
they're usually not good things, if I'm being honest.
I don't watch movies, so I can't. I'm not the person to be able to challenge this.
That's fair.
So yeah, so I'm trying to think of anyone else I'd change voice acting wise, and like not really. I'll look up Blaze's actor real quick.
Which, like, by the way, while we're on Sonic movie right now, I think it's really funny that they just kept the video game actor for Tails in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same actor as in the video games currently. I forget her name.
Oh yeah, I still have not seen movie 2 and 3.
We need to get on that. You need to see movie 2 and 3.
I saw the first one and I was like, that was a video game movie.
Yeah, I would
Still-
also change the
still
voice acting
annoyed.
Blaze.
I am annoyed at the adaptational decisions that they make in many cases. Like, I think Sonic's Alamon is stupid. Like, why did they... She is pointless and does not add anything.
There's an alternate universe where we got Uncle Chuck, I think.
I fucking wish we did.
I think that would have been so funny, because all Uncle Chuck is just Sonic with a mustache and eyebrows.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I love him.
It's really funny. It's also really funny that they reuse Uncle Chuck, but they just made him a human old man in Sonic X.
What?
Yeah,
You're right, they did, because it is the same voice actor.
yeah, which is really fucking funny. So like in
Uncle
Sonic,
Chuck seemed like the one thing that Sega was kind of okay with from Saturn for the most part. for
yeah,
a
because
long time.
he's also in Sonic Underground briefly, and then he's well, I wouldn't say he's in Sonic X, but like the name is in Sonic X, I guess. So like Harley, in Sonic X, Sonic befriends like a human boy named Chris, and Chris has like a grandpa
I know that.
who's like a scientist guy. He's like an old man, and he's also called Chuck.
I never made that connection.
It's really fun. I don't think he's called Uncle Chuck, but he is called Chuck, and he's kind of more or less the same character, just minus the getting turned into a Badnik plotline thing, which I think was also in the Archie comics. I think. Maybe.
I think
I
so.
fucking hate this boss fight so much.
Oh, I know, this boss fight sucks so much. You just keep boosting and like eventually you get to the boss. It can't damage you, it can only slow you down. And it's really easy to get more rings, so this boss fight is a big waste of time.
Truly, this boss is the Time Eater.
That's true, actually. Shit.
God damn it.
I just want to say, like, I'm so glad Frontiers broke the mold of supersonic boss fights just being rammed into the boss a bunch of times until it dies.
I love Frontier Supersonic so much. He has so much aura.
For real.
The one problem that I have with Frontiers combat is I think parry should not be something you should something that you can just hold down forever.
But
and
you don't
get
you
full
don't
reward.
but there's also the perk that you can just freeze yourself in midair, which makes the jump rope minigame trivial.
Oh, that's very silly.
Yeah, like you're supposed to, like, you know, it's like a jump rope thing, you just jump and all that. You can just freeze yourself in midair and do that minigame super easily. It's hilarious.
It would not be a Sonic game without its sports. Sports are part of the charm.
It is true, yeah.
Yeah, I still think that you should have to time the parry a little bit.
Yeah.
So they did add that in one of the like post-game updates for like a boss rush, and then everyone realized, fuck, these bosses were not made with this in mind. Because the fucking wyvern is so fucking hard to perfect parry.
So see, it was all deliberate. I still need to play the last DLC stuff because I have actually not engaged in any of that stuff. I plan to do it once I rebuy Sonic Frontiers on Steam.
Sonic likes eating his chili dogs with the ribbon on.
It's... I've had a few conversations with my roommate about this, but it's genuinely kind of crazy. Because as much as they do not like to take anything from early American Sonic anymore, chili dogs have just kind of brute forced and stuck around. They physically could not get rid of it.
Maybe this will fast track you to learning some new tricks.
And they've also managed to put it in the Sonic live-action
Time
movies.
travel's a chore.
I think it's just too associated with Sonic's identity. They physically could not get rid of it, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, sweet.
It's his equivalent of like TMNT pizza. Like,
Exactly.
it's kind of similar to how like, yeah, in the West we still call him Robotnik, even though that has never been his name in Japan. Because it's just like, that's just what he's called to like too many people now. Like you can't make that change. Like in the movies, they basically don't call him Eggman at all.
Yeah. Does he have a first name? I forget.
Ivo.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. That's actually his first name. God. Okay, so we're at the end of the game, but this is not the end of the stream. We got a bit more to show off after this. But yeah, that's all of Sonic Generations basically. Do we have any lasting thoughts before we get to the next segment?
I think that they should stop putting Green Hill Zone in these games because they literally made different Green Hill-like zones in like all of the classic games. Just fucking use those.
Why can't we have an Emerald Hill Zone?
Yes.
Why can't we have a Palm Tree Panic?
We could get the fucking like, the first level of Sonic and Knuckles.
Mushroom
What is
Hill
that?
Zone.
Yes, Mushroom Hill. I fucking love that one.
Also, real quick, I love that this credit sequence attributes Sky Sanctuary for Sonic and Knuckles because it was in fact not in the original Sonic 3. It was in the Sonic and Knuckles portion of Sonic 3.
Oh. I should like fucking maybe I should play Origins. Cause it would be nice to have all of those games in a nice unifying package without a live system.
Yeah, from what I've heard, like I know like Sonic Origins has been like a moot point for the Sonic fanbase, but I think like recent updates and whatnot have basically fixed the issues with it, so it's more or less like in a good playable state.
It's serviceable. It's good. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's more just like I've been playing through them recently. This is mostly because of Sonic CD, where I'm just like, man, this game is not that fun.
Also, I appreciate.
I know so many.
I appreciate the Sonic Adventure footage showing the Dreamcast version and not the GameCube version. Anyways, go on, Amelia.
I was just gonna say, I know so many people love Sonic CD, and I see why. And like, artistically, like aesthetically, musically, character design, sprite design, literally all of that is perfect. The level design, I think, is genuinely, for 3 of the zones, some of the worst in all of Sonic. I think Wacky Workbench is actually abysmal dog shit.
Oh man, is that the level with like all the tubes, like just shooting you everywhere?
No, it's the level that has the floor that bounces you to the fucking ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Trying to do like the shit where you have to go back to the past and then you gotta break the generator. Okay, and then if you go to the future, you get a good future or whatever. That shit is so ass. It is so ass to try and do because you actually can't touch like any solid amount of floor because you just go to the fucking ceiling. It's so dog shit.
Yeah, they really made that game for the freaks. Like you have to. I noticed that all of the people who plays Sonic CD are really good at it because they've played a lot of it. Because you have to play a lot of it in order to like have fun.
Yeah, which you know, that's me with Hotline Miami too. So like,
which I will say is also like how Sonic Unleashed glazes exist. By the way, wait, why you get so many fucking annoying like fucking Sonic Unleashed glazes? You're like, oh, why not Sonic Unleashed? Why not Sonic Unleashed?
Regarding Hotline Miami, Amelia, you are stronger than me.
How many hours you
I
got?
do remember.
Admit. Oh, sorry.
You go on, Harley.
I freely admit that I find that game frustrating because I am bad at it.
I will say, Harley, I do remember one of our first interactions ever. Very still, because it was really funny. But it was just like...
Yeah, no, I remember this too.
No, because I brought up Hotline, and Harley brought up how much she hates Hotline 2, and I got so sad. I was like, I love that game. And then Harley specifically brought up Dead Ahead at one point and how bad it was, and I was just like, that's my favorite level.
Fuck.
It's fine. I hold no ill will. It was really fucking funny.
Oh man, Harley, you should have seen me and Amelia streaming the hard mode in that game.
That sounds like... What does hard mode even do?
Okay, so hard mode, it changes like the behavior of enemies, so I think they notice you faster. There's no lock-on. Enemy placement is different. Like there's more like armored enemies with more dangerous guns and weapons and stuff. What else is the change?
How can they notice you faster?
I was going to say that's actually not true. They it's the exact same.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Okay.
The enemy detection, enemy AI is exactly the same.
What else is the change again? I forget.
I can list it off really quickly. I was just playing hard mode last night. So it inverts the screen, so every level is upside down now.
It's upside down and also reversed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a mirror mode as well. It changes level design, enemy placement, and it halves ammo. So when you pick up a gun, you have half the ammo. Which that is a change I think is dog shit. But otherwise, I like hard mode for the most part.
Oh yeah, also doesn't it have the thing where if you drop a weapon and pick it up again, it halves the weapon that you used to have in that gun?
Yeah, it halves the ammo a second time, which is why it's dog shit.
Yeah, so you can have your weapon to nothing if you keep re-picking up weapons.
I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my
No,
life.
it's so funny because Dead Ahead normal version, favorite level in the game. Dead Ahead hard mode, least favorite level in the game. It's so dog shit.
Yeah, I
Which one
was.
is Dead Ahead again?
The
Dead
boat
Ahead
level.
is the one with like where you're like on a ship, on like a shipyard, with that detective character, Manny, I think.
Oh
Yes, man.
god, yeah, the
Boat.
Boat.
I
Okay, so real quick.
can't do the fucking blind
Always
the
enjoy
blind
telling people what
shots.
to do.
Okay, so I figured out after I beat the game that I don't know if this was in the original game, but it's in this one. After you beat the game, there's a hard mode version for every single boss in the game. So I decided, hey, that'd be kind of fun to show off. So that's what I went and did. I believe it adds more hits to bosses, so they take longer to kill. And I think they're faster too, as you can see there.
Wow, yeah.
I will flatten
He
you.
is doing stuff.
Not bad.
That's almost hard. That's almost no, he does just let you smack his ass.
I do kind of hate the Death Age robot now, I will say. It's my same thing with Green Hill Zone, where it's just like, please stop using it.
Oh yeah, because wasn't it in
It's-
Superstars
yeah.
too?
I don't think it's directly in Superstars, but it's like it's all over Forces,
Oh yeah, huh?
you know.
Well, I mean that's like deliberate. It's like a war machine in that game.
Yeah, that's fair. It's more just like I just don't think it's one of Eggman's like cooler like I understand it's really iconic. Honestly, I
Yeah.
think out of all the classic era bosses, I think Big Arms is my favorite. In terms of like sheer design. Because it is literally just Eggman's walker with two fucking Popeye arms because he wants to beat the fuck out of you.
The only
Yeah,
thing,
no,
the only thing I know about that boss is that it's the only boss in the game that can damage Supersonic.
Oh my god, that's very silly.
It has an attack where it grabs Sonic and slams it to the ground. It might be unintentional, but when you're Supersonic, if it grabs you and slams you to the ground, it still damages you.
Which means you lose your rings, which means you instantly die.
I think I don't know if it makes you lose all the rings or a part of them, because like you know, it just might be an unintentional quirk of the boss. Okay, so I don't know what exactly is hard about this version of the fight. I think there's more tornadoes in the way or something, because it more or less seems the same.
This fight is like honestly like the easiest boss fight in the game.
No.
I would say.
Yeah, because there's more stage than a boss fight.
It's so fucking cool in the original.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like actually hard. Like you have to budget your rings as Supersonic.
Yeah, because you do like recycle the pads, and the rings don't respawn if you respawn there again.
I still think my favorite, like not including Frontiers, at least out of the games I've played, I think my favorite Supersonic boss fight is still possibly Doomsday Zone and 3 and Knuckles.
That boss
Is
fight
that
is pretty
the
cool.
side-scrolling like shootery kind of one?
It's entirely what I like about it is that it's not really a fight. It's more Eggman has the Master Emerald and is trying desperately to run away from you. Which is what I like about it, honestly, a lot. It has this kind
It's
of
like a
just like
victory lap.
that, and also it has this aura of Sonic just locking the fuck in. It's the fuck off. Which is what I love about Super Sonic. A lot of it. I like that Sonic gets pissed. It's always hype.
It is, yeah.
They
Like
let
that one
him- they let
fucking-
him do that in the comics one.
Yes,
I've noticed. They let a lot of characters do a lot more in the comics.
Oh, yeah,
Sadly,
here's,
Vector
here's,
the
here's the
Crocodile
essay
was
one
the
screen,
only-
by the way. What do you think, Harley?
Oh, badass.
Oh.
But yeah, that was insane. They let a lot of characters do things in the comics. Sadly, Vector the Crocodile is the only character who has the flirting hat.
Eh,
That's so funny.
It's like,
I
Sega has
could
these
let
weird-
Vector flirt.
because Sega has so many weird mandates about like character relationships, but they're like the only one they're cool with is Vector's crush on Vanilla,
oh
which
yeah,
like fair enough, it is funny.
and that's something they do in Sonic X as well.
Yeah.
Here goes.
I think there's like
I-
a whole storyline where like Cream is missing, and like Vector and gang like show up on Earth one day, and then Vanilla's like, "Oh, please find my daughter." Oh, and then Vector's like, "Oh, okay."
Funny.
I do not have any complaints with relationships not being represented in the thing itself, because it means that there are no limits to the freak shit that I can do on my own.
So true. I mean, honestly, I understand not wanting to make anything canon. Just like the fucking hell that was the early 2000s in dealing with Son Amy and Son Alley discourse. Yeah, I wouldn't want to repeat that shit
Yeah.
again.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh boy.
God, as an adult, I genuinely, I have no energy for shipping discourse, like, at all. I have none. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's why I completely checked out of, like, every single Steven Universe space I was in, because
Oh.
it is entirely, it's evolved into, like, Peridot is, or Lapidot is abusive, Jaspis is abusive. So I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a rat's ass.
Oh man, that was
Sorry,
the
Mars.
whole like bad faith like side of talking about Steam Universe was like the worst thing ever.
Yeah. I just like the silly rocks. I don't want to talk about it with anyone that I don't know personally.
That's entirely fair, yeah.
Peridot is like one of the best characters in fiction.
It's true.
So true. Well,
Don't you love that scene where she was tied, where she was leashed to a fence like a dog?
still better than how
Yes.
Entrapta was in Trait.
That is also true, yes.
That is like the thing about She-Ra that I'm just like, what the fuck were we cooking here?
It's
Yeah.
something that makes me just kind of hate Perfuma, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but I mean like Adora participates in like a lot of it, and it's
Yeah.
like weird.
They all
It's weird that it is weird that like the entire main cast engages in like excluding and kind of shitting on a very, very obviously autistic character.
Yeah, it's something that's like, but also, damn, I love Entrapta. Nothing could ever make me hate you, Entrapta.
true.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had this
I don't
muted
like-
because I would have gone insane every time you said time for a change of pace.
Yeah. Okay. So something I want to say real quick. This was by far the hardest hard boss in the whole game, and I died so many times against this motherfucker. And I'm going to show how I died in the next clip.
Time for the fuck.
These are all the weird ass deaths that I got in the game. Or like the fuck up, basically. So yeah, this one, if you fuck up, the thing like closes too fast for you to get back up. So you just get squished and die. This is the most jank one. So you can kind of save yourself with the air dash. But I got this one where I was gonna do it and then squish, die.
What?
Yeah.
Change of pace.
I've never liked this boss fight.
Jank camera angle. Okay, so normally Egg Dragoon does not shoot its spear this fast. The way to dodge it is like you would normally need to stop dash, diving in order to move faster. But yeah, that's
Baby!
But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to keep on dashing. That way the spear keeps missing you.
I see.
Fucking sucks.
What are we gonna do to this guy?
This fight did not really feel that much harder either.
It's whack that this is the only CD representation in the entire game.
I know, right? And not only that, the only like classic Sonic boss, like character boss fight.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Because I mean, like,
I
there's
think
also
part of it is
classic
just-
Knuckles too.
That's the thing, though, is like, due to the way the game is structured, like, you really can't do Knuckles.
Yeah, they would need like a fourth set of like stages in order to have that balance.
They
But,
would
like,
unfortunately have to make more video games.
More video game, yeah. Or like at the very least, like include some handheld Sonic stage or something. But I know they're mainly keeping it to like console Sonic games in terms of stages, so they couldn't
So
do
for-
that.
So 3DS Generations is supposed to represent the handheld history of Sonic, but it just doesn't do that. And
Yeah.
2 of its levels are like specifically shit that Shadow did, and also one of the boss fights. It's so whack.
Yeah, the 3DS Generations has Radical Highway long before Shadow Generations did Radical Highway for good.
Weird.
You also fight Biolizard in that game into the chaos.
Which again, Shadow
And
Gen...
also Egg Emperor for some reason. That's a fucking weird one. That's a really like,
What was Egg Emperor from?
Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a game that the 3DS version doesn't even have a level from.
That's funny. Okay, so this hard version does seem a bit harder. You have to click 3 charges instead of 2. And I think Shadow boosts faster, I think.
Yeah, Shadow does seem like remarkably aggressive.
Alright. Sorry. Did you just figure out what I did?
I didn't exactly figure it out, but I just thought it was a funny reaction.
Okay. Thank you. I've done the silver one of these. I did silver hard mode because I just wanted to spend more time with silver.
That's real.
Yeah, freaking. It is kind of harder, and by harder I mean it's just kind of more annoying.
Yeah, you're gonna see me struggle with that after this fight.
So I will say, so I've kind of been like slowly working on like an idea doc for a Silver Generations, and my thing was always just like, I think a Silver Generations should not have anything to do with the Time Eater, and should instead be all about Little Planet, and like Little Planet showing up in Silver's future.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, no. That's like part of it, and then another part was just like, you have something from Sonic Knuckles Chaotix, because it's a game that's in like weird timeline limbo. And then also like 06, Forces, and then like like something else. I don't know. I've been working on this for like a couple months, just like jotting ideas down for it.
Were you offering Little Planet because of the time stones?
Yep.
That's
No,
what
I was thinking that's like the thing you have to collect throughout the game. The Silver's the time travel guy. He should do something with the fucking time travel planet.
Yeah, honestly. And here's that boss fight you were mentioning. I thought you could homing attack the car he starts going with and get early hits. I have never been able to do that. So
You can.
it would have been kind of cool though if they let you do that. Because you have to do it really fast to get that homing attack.
Dude's skin and fur must be getting like burned if he's like keeping up with Sonic and then like bouncing across the fucking pavement.
It's true, yeah. I mean, to be fair, he does. I like to imagine that Silver just has like a protective ESP shield around his body at all times. Because I mean, the dude does live near like a constant lava flow beneath his feet all the time.
Well,
It has to fight a fire monster every day.
So I know, not really a spoiler for the top. Harley, would it be okay to bring up something really quick? It's not really a spoiler.
Sure.
Okay, so Silver's future in the comics, at least, isn't like on fire. The problem with Silver's future is that it just keeps radically changing due to events that happen in the current timeline.
Interesting.
It's kind of implied that Silver might be a person who kind of exists outside of the timeline.
I mean, that does make sense. Like, this game in Shadow Gens does kind of, like, introduce the idea of, like, separate timelines that still exist with each other. Like, because, like, you know, Sonic 06 got erased from the timeline, but it's also still here in the timeline, quote-unquote.
Yeah, I guess more what I'm saying is that, like, Silver might be an entity who might be completely detached from the timeline, and therefore is not affected by any changes to it.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how his shit works, honestly, time travel-wise. But, like, he'll go back to the future, everything will be fine, then suddenly, like, the future will just change, and he'll be just fine and normal, but, like, the future will just radically change all of a sudden for him.
Oh.
Yep, it's the final bit where he's with the fucking ball. Yep, that took me forever.
God, yeah. So hit me with a second attempt, just doing the same shit. I got really disheartened when that happened, because this fight is honestly really long for what you have to do to beat him.
Wait, so you said you've gone to the Metal Virus, right, Harley? Like the start of it?
Yeah, do you want, like, a specific point where I'm at?
No, I'm just thinking correctly. So you got to the point where, like, we meet Whisper and Silver's talking about his future and shit, and we can see, like, oh yeah, his home is, like, coated in Metal Virus.
It's, like, gray.
Yeah, because it's...
Oh, that's what that is!
Yeah, no, on my reread, I was just like, oh, they were setting up Metal Virus so fucking early.
I see.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and you could... So that's what I mean, where, like, his future just kind of just radically changes, and he's just fine. So I don't know how that works.
That is some of the fucking most totally upsetting stuff in Sonic. By the way.
Metal Virus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got mad about Rough and Tumble.
Yeah, poor Rough and Tumble.
I don't know how I dodged that blast, but okay.
Nah, the shit on my reread where it's just like Silver is describing future, and the world is just coded in metal virus, and there's not a single human being or like a living being on it. Genuinely, like, viscerally upsetting to think about as like a concept from like Silver's
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
No, it's just like, oh, my future just, my timeline, everyone I knew, loved, doesn't exist anymore. There is just metal. There's just nothing.
I wanted to ask, how does time travel function in IDW comics? Like, what do they use? What do they use exactly?
It is not explained, as far as I've gotten, at least.
That's
it is
so
not.
funny.
Because
It's not explained how Silver gets back and forth through time.
Because the Sonic games have gone through a lot of alterations of how someone time travels. Like, at first it was the time stones in Sonic CD, and then Sonic 06 kind of invented the idea that the Chaos Emeralds could be used for time travel, because in Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow could use it to basically influence space-time to teleport. So, like, I guess, like, they figured, like in Sonic 06, you explicitly needed 2 Chaos Emeralds in order to time travel, which is basically just creating a portal to time travel to any point in time, I guess.
No rules, basically.
Yeah.
I hate this boss fight so much because it's not really hard, it's just you have to micromanage your fucking boost meter for this segment or else you get fucked over.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think these boss fights let you use, like, your skill, your equip skills.
They don't. Which, honestly, that's a mechanic I'm glad they took out of fucking Shadow Gens.
Yeah.
Because half the skills were literally just like, would you like the character to not control, like, ass?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I was struggling for the longest time to be able to hit him, because you need to get close in order for the homing attack to initiate. But as you can see,
then
I
if you
ran out of
jump-
boost, so I'm just, like, trying to dodge attacks as much as possible to even get a chance at it.
This is
And there we go, got it. He's fucking down. He died.
that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bye, my baby boy. He's just fucking dead in the background. He's in the fucking Family Guy death pose, just like...
He hit his head on a big rock, and now he's... Oh?
Well, I was like, I'm trying to see if I can zoom in real quick. How do I do that? That's not it. What the fuck?
I do know from interviews, at some point, for Classic Sonic, they were thinking of getting Jaleel White back to voice Classic Sonic.
That'd be cool.
But from what Jaleel White has said, they never actually asked him for it. So, like, it never got to the point... They never actually got to the point of talking to him for it.
I see.
But, like, dang, I would have liked that. I honestly kind of really liked Jaleel White Sonic. I think it's a cute voice.
It would have been kind of interesting to see, like, a modern, like, well, not modern, but, like, how the guy would do the voice these days.
Even though we're in different dimensions,
Yeah.
you should still be able to hear us.
Because, like, you know, there's Jaleel White doing Sonic back in the 90s. And then there's Jaleel White doing Sonic nowadays. Like, there has to be, like, some kind of difference that would be enjoyable to see.
Charge in and hit the core.
Yeah. It fucked me up learning as an adult that fucking Sonya and Namek are also voiced by Jaleel White, because I never noticed that as a kid. I'm a kid who has a fucked up history with Sonic TV shows, where I just inexplicably had a lot of DVDs for Sonic Underground episodes.
Oh,
And also, around a time when I was really into Sonic, they were just airing Sonic Underground on Disney XD for some reason.
that shit was on Disney XD? Oh my god.
No, that was the last time it ever publicly aired.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I don't know, I think Disney XD just needed something to fill slot time,
That's so
because
funny.
it's Disney XD and it sucked.
I have to ask.
It looks like a homing
Are Sonya and Manic in any kind of modern Sonic thing that isn't underground? Like, are they in
Fine
the comics?
modern.
Like, are they in the comics at all?
Which one?
Either Archie or IDW.
They make 2 separate cameos in Archie. One where they're in like a crowd shot of like the Sonic multiverse or whatever.
Right.
The second one is that for whatever reason, Archie decided that in a timeline peak at like a future where Sonic and Sally get married as like the kings of the king and queen of Mobius or whatever, that Sonya and Manic are their kids.
What?
What the?
What?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're not in IDW.
No, not at all. There isn't like a single like deep character in IDW.
I can't tell if that's a shame or not because I don't know. Is anything lost by that?
I do miss Sally Acorn. I think Sally Acorn is a good Sonic character.
Isn't she in IDW?
No, not at all.
I thought she was. I feel like I've seen like a modern like rendition of her character designs.
Maybe in late Archie.
Possibly.
That is the thing, is that there is like Reboot Archie, which is like the tail end of Archie, which is basically almost the exact same creative team as IDW Sonic.
So like without Ken Penders.
Yeah, oh, I mean, Ken Penders was gone long before that happened. But
I see.
that is something about Archie. Ken Penders is not as involved with it as a lot of YouTube videos would make it out to believe. He's not part of like a huge chunk of it.
So is it like a Butch Hartman situation where when he is involved, it's kind of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Butch Hartman is just not involved in Danny Phantom until the last season when it noticeably becomes worse.
This shit's so stupid. I hate this slow-mo bit. I have never seen anything cool happen during it. I've never seen anything happen during it. It's just, sorry, you're slow now.
Damn, I didn't think Sonic fighting Bayonetta would be this bad.
Be careful, Sonic.
I don't know if this is comparable.
Well, I mean, it's witch time, basically, right?
I mean, which time has to be activated by something?
I mean, in
It would be
gameplay.
funnier if
Having
Eggman
fun.
would say you're too slow when he activated the slowdown.
That
at
would,
least
that would make it way better.
I don't understand what the point is of going 2D, honestly. Like,
It's so classic Sonic has something to do, I guess. Oh, man.
I do genuinely think Forces would just be a better video game if they took classic Sonic out of it.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
just like cut his levels out. You cut his levels out of it entirely, and you don't replace them with anything.
Yeah, maybe like a tiny bit of extra time spent elsewhere, maybe. But like even then, it's an improvement to the story. It's an improvement to gameplay. Like it's
See, the thing is they wanted. So I know part of the reason they wanted classic Sonic into the game was to give something for Tails to do. But then it's just like it just makes Tails playable at that point.
Oh, I don't know if they could do that. They want to keep it exclusively Sonic themes.
And OC, of course.
Yeah, but even like the rookie is arguably also Sonic themed.
Yeah. I'm so glad that we are in an era of Sonic where Sonic Team no longer gives a fuck what IGN thinks.
Yeah. I don't know why I
Sonic 4
paused that.
Episode 1 is... Sonic 4 Episode 1 is the most highly rated Sonic game by IGN. I want that to be known. I want that to be fucking known.
That's so funny.
What does it have?
A 9.1. Aww.
Knowing that makes me want to kill.
No, in part of their review, they're just like, Sonic fans are being picky as usable because they say the physics engine doesn't work like how classic Sonic should. But that's just Sonic fan, and it's just like, I hate IGN. I hate IGN I hate anyone at IGN who dares decide to talk about a Sonic game.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know enough to specifically corroborate. However, just based on background info, like, yeah, I can probably agree with this safely.
Oh, it looks like they've changed the score because when it came out, it was a 9.1. It's now an 8.
Whoa, wow. A whole point. Wow.
Wow.
Also, I'm gonna keep the stream on this frame, by the way, because it basically sums up my feelings on Sonic Generations. Shadow Gens is better.
I do love me my Sonic Gens, though.
Yeah.
Well, what about your Sonic Gems collection?
Never had it.
That's same.
But wait, which one is Gems?
Gems is the one that's basically the only actual games on it, were CD, R, and the Fighters.
Yeah, it's quite literally all the Sonic games.
That's so fucking. Oh, that's so funny.
I will say, Sonic the Fighters is actually pretty bussin', though.
It is.
I do actually want to get into Sonic the Fighters. There's like a real ass competitive scene that's sprung up around that.
I know I've seen there's this cool trans woman on YouTube who has a lot of videos about it.
That's awesome.
Shoutouts Wustoons.
Yes, you know.
Shoutouts the same person's fucking Donkey Kong Melee videos. Wow. I want to play fucking Melee, and it's their fault.
Real.
It's not all their fault, but Donkey Kong does look pretty fun.
That look pretty fun.
Donkey Kong.
The Kong.
The conk.
Oh, I already have sent you a friend request. Okay. No, but yeah. Ugh.
Alright, I guess we're basically ready to end the stream there. How did you like the Sonic Generations adventure?
It was pretty cool.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
You know, I can get. I will give it a 7.5.
Is that what IGN rated Sonic Generations, by the way?
I will go see what IGN gave Sonic Gen. It is probably lower than Sonic 4, maybe.
I mean, definitely. If Sonic 4 is still the highest rated.
I know it was for a time. I could be. Oh, okay. Sonic Generations is an 8.5.
Wow.
Is that explicitly the original version or Sonic X Shadow Generations?
It's the original.
Interesting.
Okay, hang on. Okay, here's the Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Whoa. It got a 9.
Wow.
Ah, shit. Okay, damn. Yeah,
Holy
good.
shit.
Good.
That's
Finally.
That's insane.
This person has a picture of a Bulbasaur as their profile picture on IGN.
Based.
They're based. Okay.
Based. We love Bulbasaur.
And they're like talking to people in the fucking comments of the review.
It's like a poorly cropped image of a Bulbasaur, which adds so much aura.
You know, if there's one thing that probably is good about Sonic Forces, is that it was basically the framework for Shadow Generations, considering like foundationally how similar the games are, but how much better Shadow Generations does it.
Yeah.
It's kind of abstract to describe, but like when I was replaying Sonic Forces the other day just for lols and because I was modding it, um, I did kind of notice how much of the design quirks are shared between Sonic Forces and Shadow Generations. Like right down to like having like those bits in Sonic Forces where like a cutscene happens in between level segments. They do that same shit in Shadow Generations.
I was honestly the thing I was thinking of was that Shadow has a. So in Forces, it doesn't teleport, but he does have a longer homing attack range than everyone else.
Right, yeah. And in Shadow Generations, like it's just literally a gameplay thing that he teleports between himself and the opponents. Like you can literally go through obstacles with the homing attack. It's really cool.
So cool. Shadow
Yeah,
Gens is so good.
it's so good. Everyone should go watch my VOD on my second channel of me playing that game. It was fucking fun as hell.
All right, it's time for you to stream all of Sonic Forces.
I already did that too. In fact, I think I did it twice.
Time for a third time.
I mean, I could probably stream Sonic Forces Overclocked. I did have a fun time with that. Have you tried Sonic Forces Overclocked, Amelia?
No, I made the mistake. So
The what?
okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought like so hard. I zoned out so hard.
It's all good.
So I made the mistake of buying Forces on my PS5 because I didn't want to get it on Steam, and now I'm just like shit. I should have bought it on fucking Steam. I'm fucking stupid.
Oh,
I mean, hey, it'll go on like extremely steep sale at some point.
yeah, I think it goes on sale for like $10, I think. Which still might be too much, but like, hey, you can mod it.
You can make it into an okay game.
Yeah, I did. There's literally a mod that makes classic Sonic control better.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. I think we're ready to end the stream there. I don't know when I'm gonna stream next. I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
We shall see.
We will all see everyone next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.